Hey everyone, how's it going? Octopus here. Welcome back to 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross. We're talking about the new adventurer, Princess Elizabeth. 2 new characters that came along with her. A step-up banner that, honestly, if you're going to do anything, spend 31 gems and grab that. If not, if you're very free to play and you're very low on gems because of Escanor and Gother and all the pulls that happened, then kind of skip on that. You know what I mean? It's not going to kill you. And then we have a bunch of other things going on, including, I really want to talk about what the game's been doing. Like, the game's been doing this thing that I just don't like and I'm just there and I need to fix it. I can't fix it, but I need them to fix it. But let's jump in and let's talk about the new adventurer, Princess Elizabeth. So this is currently the update. She's okay, so Elizabeth it's not that she's bad. She's more niche / mid-range character. The thing is, if you're going to use her in PvE content, you're going to use her mostly for her heals, for her ult, to get the ult gauge for everybody. You know what I mean? She's mostly made for PvP, and she's got a really cool system in PvP, but it's not necessary. Will it work? Most of the time, especially if you guys face people who don't know what to do. And I'm going to explain what she does, because she does something pretty cool in PvP, but it's only going to work on people who don't know what she does. So, let's talk about what she does. She is pretty much a standard unit, not the greatest on the stats, but the whole point for her in PvP is that you don't want to level her up. You want her to die. You just want to get her to like maybe 50 out of 50. Don't even make her pass the SSR. Even putting levels in her, probably not a good idea. You just want her to die on the first turn. So, stats don't really matter unless you're going to use her in the game, and you might as well use the other Elizabeth / other healers. Now, her first skill is a debuff attacking skill. The first 1-star ranking is non-attack. It just disables debuffs of all enemies for 1 turn. So think about, best example is Red Gother. Red Gother, if you get a 2-star ranking on his attacking card, how he disables our attacks, he can't use that because it has a skull. So if you do face another Elizabeth, this card wouldn't work. Only cards that have an attack on it with a sword, that counts towards it. If it has a skull, then she locks all that out. That's what a debuff card is. Then becomes a debuff attack card at 2 stars and 3 stars, which just gives it 120%, 180% attack, not strong, 1 turn, 2 turn, and that's it for the lockout. Now, it can work for what she does in PvP, but again, not the greatest. Now, her second ability is pretty bad, and it's not the greatest because it's single target until it hits the 3-star ranking. So 1-star and 2-star rank, it removes debuffs and heals HP of 1 ally. That's 2-star. 1-star, it just removes debuffs on 1 ally. So you have to get combinations. You're going to either have to wait till they get lucky or Gother upgrades her, and you're just wasting turns and you're just wasting fights to get a heal on 1 person. And if you get a 3-star, then it heals everybody. But, you know, no. No, it's just a bad one. It's not that great. Removing debuffs from 1 ally could come in niche, but it's not worth it. Now, her ult. Her ult, it's HP recovery on all your allies and increases the ult move gauge by 2 orbs. So like the other Elizabeths, you got your little combination here with Fat King. So one, you're not supposed to be working on Fat King. He's not really worth it. So that's not going to be the greatest fate. You do have down here other options though, but if you do want that whole fate combo, it's not going to happen. So it's not the greatest again. Now this is what she's worth a little bit of a pull, but not really. And I'm saying right now, don't do it. If you do, it's going to work on certain people. So what happens when she dies in PvP is that she removes all the debuffs on your allies, heals her HP, and fills their ultimate gauge by 2 orbs. So let me put this in a better idea. You're in PvP, you got your 3 characters. Best case is bring characters that rush ults. Obviously, you want to continue using Gother. If you have Blue King with any kind of ult gauge orbs into him, like if he's 1 out of 6, 2 out of 6, if you got multiple copies, it's going to work the best. So what you do is you bring her in level 1, you bring in your 2 characters. In this case, let's go King and Gother, and in the back, no matter what you use in the front, in the back you want to use Merlin. Now the Merlin that increases your ult gauge by 1. So Green Merlin's going to be in the back, sitting there, putting an ult gauge. You eat ult gauge food. That's 2 ult gauges, and you're not going to go first because she's level 1. So you're going to get 3 ult gauges. He's going to go first, or they're going to go first, and they're going to end up doing maybe an AoE attack from Bond. In the future, there's a lot of AoE characters. But if they have a lot of single target characters, they can kind of avoid Elizabeth. But if they kill Elizabeth on turn 1 because they don't know what they're doing, what they're going to do is give you full ult gauge. So now it's going to come to your turn, and whatever 2 units you have there, let's say Red Gother and Blue King ult, Red Gother ult, and your Green Merlin comes in. She might have D ult, she might have a shield, or you might have a 2-star petrification. You know what I mean? But your ult on your king, if it's like maxed out, that's like an instant win because they killed Elizabeth. So that's the whole point of Elizabeth, is that whatever they do on their first turn, if they go green bond, they go AoE hit, it kills Elizabeth, and no matter how much damage he did, it's going to heal them back up, take off the extort, and give them the ult. So it works. It really does work. It's just that it's not really necessary not to go out of your way to spend all this when there's certain characters that you rather save your gems for, cosmetics you might be wanting to buy for characters you want to really use in the future, limited time cosmetics. You've got to really manage your gems. If you're not really managing your gems and you're just buying gems, then yeah, you can totally go for it, play with it for a bit and fool around, but you're going to find other comps you're going to rather use. But that's the whole point of her, is that you want her to die. Do not level her up. Do not give her an associate. You want her to get one hit KO'd on the first turn, because your opponent's always going to go first because your CC is going to be super low. So it's the one time you want low CC, and then they kill her, and then you go. If they don't kill her though, and they petrify with their blue king on your blue king, or yeah, your blue king, and then they just use like Escanor to kill your whatever, vice versa, then pretty much you're going to lose. If they use Escanor, if they use single target. But if you face someone AoE and they have no choice but the AoE hit, hey, you're winning. Besides that, I wouldn't really worry too much. So this is the current banner, step up banner. I would not do this again, except for, and this is the only time I would say this, is if you still need some units. There's some characters in here that are pretty good. You know what I mean? You can get yourself more Jerichos if you're lucky. You can get Hauser if you haven't got Hauser yet. You do have Red Hellbrim over here. You know what I mean? There's Arthur. If you haven't got yourself this, for some crit damage setups are pretty funny. But besides that, or Elaine too, if you want to use Elaine inside of Final Boss King right now. So, you know, option 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, I would say 5. About 5 characters. 5 to 6 characters. So 5 to 6 characters, if you pull, equals more dupes. You're getting 22 characters for the price of 1. So what I mean is the first pull is 30 gems. After you do the second pull, it only costs 1 diamond. So 31 diamonds for 2 pulls. That's 2 dupes, loyalty coins, but you might not get any SSRs. So yeah, the list looks pretty good, but remember, you're not guaranteed any of these SSRs, and you might end up with all this. So you might just get a lot of silver and gold coins for your 31 gems. So it's like 22 characters for 31 gems just for coins. If you're feeling lucky, then yeah, go for it. But honestly, I even want to skip on this. I have like a bunch of cosmetics I want to buy, and I have a bunch of characters that are coming out that I want. So personally, pretend like the banner doesn't exist, but that option is there. 31 gems go out the door. If you're someone who's low on gems, I wouldn't really take the chance. And the loyalty points, again, you get 10 loyalty points, but you need 50 over here, so you're not going to really get anywhere. You get 10 for the pull, 10 for the other pull, and then you get 10 for hitting that marker there. So you get 30. You're like 2 off, and they're going to get tempted, and they're like, oh, the next one's guaranteed. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Save your gems. You know what I mean? It's better off like taking your RNG chances to get dupes at Escanor, because that's really, really good. You know what I mean? That's something better off to do. But even that, if you're free to play or very, very low on gems, don't do that. Alright, so we got the new hero, Deldry. Basically, it's another skip. This is in the Hawk Pass, and I'm going to talk about that in a second because I really want to talk about that. Now, Deldry here is not the greatest. She is a SSR unit for strength. So red, her first attack is pretty much just a spike damage, equals to 160%, 240, and 400%. So it's going to do some damage, but not the greatest. And then she's got this one skill over here, which is meh. Taunts one ally, increases HP stats by 10%, and taunts one ally for 20% and 30% for HP related stats. So she's kind of like that taunting tanky. And then her ult is inflicts damage equal to 360% of attack on all enemies, prevents ultimate move gauges from filling up for 1 turn. So if you guys played story and you ever saw that one enemy that like froze your ult gauge, where if you have your ult you can still use it, but if you don't have your ult, whatever you do will not increase it. You'll see like the thunderbolts around all your ult gauges. She locks up the ult and gauge increase, but if they already have the ult, it's not stopping it. Now her passive, when battle starts in PvP, and this is like, alright, applies 1 charm effect on 1 enemy. When the charmed enemy uses a skill which inflicts damage to Deldry, it will miss. Applies when entering battle, excludes ultimate moves. So basically how this works, think of Galen. When Galen jumps into the battle, Galen will put a marker on one of the characters, and that character can't use debuff skills. So in this case, whatever she hits, even if she hits an AoE character, be it Green Bond, Hauser, Red Gother with the AoE attack, any AoE attack will actually avoid her. So it'll hit your other teammates, but it'll take away from her. So she'll be able to like avoid those attacks, whoever she debuffs. Not everybody, just the one character. So if it goes on like King, then King can't touch her. Next up, we got Holy Knight Arden. Now, Arden, he's pretty cool. Is he worth going out of your way to get? No. Is he kind of like a very trolly character? Yeah, he can be really annoying. The stats for both these characters aren't that amazing. You can see Deldry over here's got like 2,600, 2,000, 34,000 HP. And then 36,000, 2,000, 2,388. It's not the greatest. The first shot is called Cheap Shot. It's a debuff attack and inflicts damage equal to 140%, then 210%, then 350, all lasting for 3 turns on one enemy with poison. So it's all right. It's not the greatest. This really isn't. Then he's got a mid-air attack, which is just an attack, not a debuff skill, that does break damage, which equals if a character has a stance, it does more damage to that character with the stance. So it's 160, 240, 400%. Not really that great. It's only on one enemy. He altogether is just... But anyways, his last one, Ultimate, inflicts damage equal to 560% of attack to one enemy, decreases HP related stats by 40% for 2 turns. Now, that sounds amazing. The only problem with this is that the 40% is after the fact. So you don't go 40% debuff, then do your ult. You do the ultimate damage, then the 40% is applied, so you're not going to really go one-shotting anyone there with this. And if you fully max him out, 840, kind of respectable, but again, you don't want to be wasting plat coins on this. Now, like I said, he's kind of a troll character. You Mad is his unique passive. Decreases enemy's ultimate move gauge by 2 orbs when the hero participates in battle. Now, this is the only reason that you would go out of your way to use this character, so everything would work out if you really want to stop all those ult rusher teams. So every team that you see comes in with 3 orbs. He comes in. You mad? It removes 2 gauges orbs when the hero participates in battle. So 2 orbs are gone. Boom. Done. So no more ult rushing. So it can work, which is pretty cool. But realistically, you don't want to go buy the Hawk Pass just for these 2 characters. Again, all 3 of these characters, Elizabeth, Deldry, and of course, our boy here, Arden. It's fun. It's niche, and that's about it. You can carry on. Save your gems, save your money. You're good to go. Now, talking about money, Diamond Bow goes back. Wow. And then we got some free energy events coming up on the 8th. We've got, or the 7th to the 8th, we got free stage stamina decrease. So farm your food or farm your equipment. If you guys need more equipment, should be farming that to get your CC higher. Or if you need some food for those cosmetics on characters, very important. And then you have gold farming for the books. So the fort, your SP dungeon, you guys can farm red books again if you guys want. A bunch of them, sell them for gold if you need gold. So use your stamina pots here or use your stamina pots here. It's up to you. Me personally, I'm going to use my stamina pots to farm more equipment because I want to max out all my SSR gear and get that out of the way. Now, the last thing is the Hawk Pass. I hate it. I didn't buy it last time. I made a whole video about this, talking about why you shouldn't buy the Hawk Pass when it first came out. Then I never released it because I thought like people would just be like, But then it got worse. After the fact that even I didn't want to buy it, I found out near the end that you can't get SSR evolution pendants, which is crazy. So it says you can get everything here pretty much except for this. They want you to spend like 20 gems. So once you get to, I believe, this point over here, you got to spend 5, 10, 15, 20 gems to get an SSR pendant or buy the Hawk Pass for something. But if you look at the Hawk Pass, and this is the first video I did, I talked about the 2 characters being very niche and not really needed. And when you go down, you get stuff in the game that you get for just playing anyways. Chalices, small chalices, some experience pots, some stamp pots, you know what I mean? You get demon horns and wings and all that, but you can just play the game and kill a couple demons. Boom, you got the same value. All you get out of this is 10, 20, 30 gems, SSR ticket, and an SSR pendant. That's pretty much it. Everything else, well, you get 2 SSR, which is a good deal for the amount of money you spend, but it's stuff you get in the game anyways. And the 30 gems, you might as well spend the $10, go buy another pack of gems that get you more than 30 gems. Yeah, if you look at the overall value, there's a lot of stuff here, but I just don't see it. I didn't buy it, obviously, because I'm not buying anything in the game, so it hasn't affected me. I'm still challenger in PvP, champion 1 in gearless, and I'm killing all the raid bosses. I'm in high scores in the guild boss. You know, Boss King, I'm top 5% currently, might be top 15. I haven't retried yet. I might go back to top 5 if I try hard enough or rechange my gear. So there's a like, it's just, if you play the game, you should be fine. Hawk Pass, just skip it. And that's my personal thing on it. Just skip it. If you really count what's on here, 10, 20, 30, 2 SSR pen and SSR ticket, it's not going to change your game that much. It sounds like a lot of things when you put all this together, but 90% of this stuff you get in the game just for logging in and playing and doing your dailies. You don't need it. You don't need it. But that's the whole update, guys. Let me know what you're doing. Me personally, this is just a nice update where I don't have to care about nothing or anything and just carry on and just keep saving my resources, keep saving my gems, and wait till the new stuff comes out and just farm until that SSR gear is done. That's my main priority right now, just finishing that SSR gear. All my resources, I have like 87 stamp pots saved up. I am not working on the guild boss free stage because I don't want to waste stamp pots on that. I have enough chalices from the last time I farmed it. So once that free stage comes up, I'm farming as much as I can to get more equipment. That's what I'm doing. Or saving it for the gold because you need both. So that's pretty much what I'm doing this whole time. What are you guys doing? Let me know down below if you're going to go for any of these characters, or you're just going to chill the whole week and just play whatever you got to play for the current things you're working on. If you guys are still going on Final Boss King, good luck. I hope you guys get to top 5%. If you don't, top 15 is more than enough. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to hit the like button. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Keep on smiling, and I'll smell you later.